People often say that energy is the economy, and in many ways, this is true. Large countries with a lot of economic activity, like the United States, tend to use a lot of energy. As the population continues to grow, so does the demand for more energy supplies. However, production is struggling to keep up with the growing demand. And now we're being warned that our major energy supply chains, which are responsible for making power as we use it, are at risk. Last month, the national average price of a gallon of gasoline went over $5 for the first time. Since then, prices have gone down a bit, but they are still well above what they have been in the past. The huge and sudden rise in gas prices is a symptom of a much bigger problem. The U.S. has a huge shortage of refining capacity. Industry executives said earlier this year that refineries were nearing peak production, and that this problem wouldn't be solved anytime soon. Refineries turn crude oil into gasoline, diesel, and jet fuel. Also, natural disasters caused other facilities to close around the same time. A few months before the health crisis started, explosions happened at one of the largest refineries in the country, in Philadelphia. In Louisiana, Hurricane Ida destroyed another refinery. Both have been shut down, and the U.S. has lost 5 facilities for good, and another 14 are still closed for maintenance and other internal issues. The vast majority of open refineries are very busy right now, according to the Energy Information Administration, IA. They are already running above 90% capacity and are expected to run at 95% capacity for the rest of the summer. While Americans mostly notice the sky-high prices for gasoline, the less noticed rise in diesel prices is especially worrying for our economy. In fact, industry executives say that the lack of diesel and the higher prices could be what brings down the economy. Researchers at IA say that oil prices will stay high through November because supplies are getting tighter. However, experts say that diesel prices could stay high for even longer because demand for diesel is higher than demand for gasoline. In a note released by ABC News, they said that since almost all goods people buy depend on trucks, trains, and other modes of transportation that use diesel fuel, it will be hard to bring down the prices of many goods that have already gone up. Diesel prices in the U.S. don't get much attention because it's mostly used by businesses. However, diesel is a part of your plane ticket and your box of cereal, and its price is added to the overall inflation rate. Rising diesel prices can make the state of the economy worse faster. Diesel is honestly the biggest worry, even more than gas. You could change your behavior when it came to gasoline. For example, you could carpool to work, and some of us have the option to work from home. But with diesel, high prices raise the prices of everyday goods because the higher cost of transportation is often passed on to consumers. In response, consumers cut back on spending at grocery stores and other retail stores, which lowers demand and makes an economic slowdown worse. Consumer spending makes up almost 70% of the U.S. gross domestic product. In the end, it's the price of diesel that breaks the back of the economy. The main problem that's causing this crisis is that demand is still high and expected to get even higher while supply is getting more and more limited. The number of power outages in the last 6 months has more than doubled those in the last 6 years in most of the western half of the United States. Electric companies are preparing for widespread blackouts. The risk of widespread power outages is raised not only by more people using electricity, but also by less electricity being made and broken infrastructure. The whole country is at risk because of a huge energy shortage, and there is no place that is truly safe. If we are at or near peak energy production right now, what will our country look like when energy production starts steadily going down? If you think gas, diesel, and electricity prices are high now, just wait until we get to that point. By the end of the summer, everyone will realize that we have entered a nightmare with no end in sight. The energy supply chain collapse has just started, and things are about to get worse.